Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of The Conversation here on Lagos Television. I am Abimbola Bello.
Good morning. I am Ajibola Ojeshola. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, everyone. I am Adibimpe Omutayo. It's nice to be back.
This is your headgear.
She's getting ready for small
I'm
Salah. She's getting ready for small Salah.
Like Basit said, countdown
Yes,
has
so,
begun.
Yes, so. I mean, it's exciting. You know, again, things like this just make you just can't stop giving thanks to Almighty God. Many people started this Ramadan. They're not here today. The most amazing thing is some people will still not see
The end of
the
Ramadan.
Eid.
Wow.
It's just you know, the bigness of God and the majesty of God. So we'll just continue to pray that we are amongst those that will witness the end of Ramadan and will witness Eid. That is the prayer.
Very deep one coming from Abimbola this morning. Tomorrow is not assured for anybody. The fact that we are alive today is just by the grace of God. It's not as if we are better than others.
Right. Absolutely. Right, let's begin the show by taking our news points today. Ajibola, let's start with you.
Tinubu swears in Oyedele as minister. President Bola Tinubu on Monday swore in Taiwo Oyedele as the Minister of State for Finance. The brief ceremony took place at the presidential villa in Abuja. The Senate last week confirmed Oyedele as minister following his nomination by President Bola Tinubu. Oyedele arrived at the presidential villa earlier on Monday in the company of his wife ahead of the swearing-in ceremony. President Tinubu, on March 3rd, transmitted Oyedele's nomination to the Senate in a letter addressed to the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, requesting his confirmation in accordance with Section 1472 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. Before his nomination, Oyedele served as chairman of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms, which spearheaded the overhaul of Nigeria's tax system. Oyedele replaces Dr. Doris Uzoka Anite, who had been deployed to the Ministry of Budget and National Planning as Minister of State, marking her third portfolio since appointment as minister by President Tinubu. That's just the story. The reward for hard work is more work, and that is what we have seen with the appointment of Mr. Taiwo Oyedele as the Minister of State for Finance. The tax reforms of this administration, he was able to do it well, and it was everywhere, amplifying the benefit of the tax reform and the value that the tax reform is going to add to the economy of the nation. So probably that's further convinced Mr. President that if he's given a bigger challenge, it will sure rise up to the game.
Will he continue in that stead, though, to continue to advocate for the tax reforms, or will somebody else take over that responsibility? Because, again, you know, there's this saying that
the end justify the means.
I'm telling you, so if it started something well and then you bring someone else, will that person be able to amplify it like he would have done? Because I'm sure that he saw that project as his baby, as his own, and he did it tenaciously. So if that thing is taken away from him, and then him now being the Minister of State, I don't know. I just hope that maybe Mr. President will still leave that portfolio
for him.
So he can run both offices.
What would the Minister of State be doing anyway?
Because sometimes I question these some of these appointments. You have a minister, a substantive minister, and you have a minister of state.
So if we also look at you know, Mr. Edun at the moment, yes, maybe he needs somebody
assistance
to help cushion the stress.
But he had one.
That one had been moved.
She's been moved.
I know, but
no, not because of Taiwo Oyedele now. I'm just
okay.
talking about the fact that there should be a Minister of State. I think Mrs. Doris Anita should even be applauded. I mean, for being
Moving
moved
from one
3
ministry to the
times,
other.
come on.
But for me, Abimbola, I see Mr. Taiwo Oyedele as a perfect gentleman. How he's going to mingle within politicians, in ministries, and
for him to accept that appointment, he's already a politician.
He's also a politician.
Yes, he's already a politician.
He's becoming one, and you know the kind of backlash that he faced
with the tax reforms.
With the tax reforms, so I think he's emboldened now, and he knows what is happening, and is already ready for the task ahead. So I think he'll be fine. And so it's just a case of, if you cannot beat them, don't join them. If you cannot do it, don't take. Is there anybody that would punish you for saying no to an appointment?
No.
No. So
we wish him well.
we will ask his friend. We would always ask his friend.
Sheson.
And you know, the last time Sheson came here, he mentioned him.
It is.
And it was like 2 days after he was appointed.
Maybe Sheson was in the spirit.
Perhaps. We wish Mr. Oyedele well, and we do hope that, all of his years of experience will count for something as he serves his nation in this capacity. Let's take the second story. Petrol, diesel vessels arrive Nigeria amid price surge. And the story says, as Nigerians contend with rising petrol prices, vessels carrying 129,000 metric tons of premium motor spirit petrol and automotive gas oil diesel are expected to dock at Lagos ports between March 14 and 17, 2026. This is according to the Punch newspaper. This came as officials of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority explains that some importers were still importing PMS despite the agency's position that no petrol import license had been issued this year. According to the Nigerian Port Authority's shipping position daily obtained on Monday, a vessel, Mosumola, carrying 20,000 metric tons of PMS arrived at Lagos Port via the bulk oil plant on Sunday, March 14. Another vessel, Kobe, with 22,000 metric tons of AGO docked at Kirikiri Lighter Terminal Phase 2, Tinkan Island Port on the same day. On Tuesday, which is today, March 17, Bora is scheduled to arrive at Kirikiri Lighter Terminal 3B with 27,000 metric tons of PMS, while Ashabi will bring 30,000 metric tons of AGO to the same terminal. The name of these vessels.
Ashabi, smaller Kobe.
The next one, wait for the next one. Additionally, Olajun offloaded 15,000 metric tons of PMS at Calabar Port through Eco Marine Nigeria Limited on Sunday, and Musumola will also deliver 15,000 metric tons of PMS to Calabar Port via Northwest Petroleum Gas Corporation Limited terminal on March 17, which is today. The vessel arrivals coincide with ongoing fuel price hikes nationwide. Nigerians currently face surging petrol costs after Dangote Petroleum Refinery raised its gantry price for PMS to 1,175 naira per litre, pushing retail prices above 1,200 naira per litre. The increase has affected transport fares and driven up the cost of goods and services nationwide. I'll leave it there. It's actually a long read. But at least from what this paper reported this morning, between the 14th and 17th, which is today, vessels are expected to arrive. I think the last ones will arrive today. And you heard all of the names, the Kobe, the Mosumola, the Olajun, carrying petrol, carrying diesel. And we hope that, I don't
Will this affect the price?
I don't think so.
No.
I really don't think so, because they are also paying to import into the country. And so how will that now mark a reduction in the pump price? This morning, I think I wanted to buy petrol. The cheapest at the moment is NNPC, selling at 1,230.
AP2. AP is 1,230.
So, and Dangote is selling at, I don't know if that thing I saw yesterday was actually right.
What did you see?
900.
Eh?
But because their gantry price is already above 1,000.
Exactly. So
yes, I think they're selling between 1,150 or 1,200. So 1,230. 1,200.
I don't even look out for NNPC or MRS or anyone. I just drive in. As long as I'm not buying more or more than my 20,000 naira.
Yeah, I agree. But again, some filling stations I don't bother, because yes, they are selling at a high price and they're still changing you. Because they've tampered with their pumps.
Yeah.
They are ripping you off, yet you are not even getting value for your money.
It's those private ones that
their
their names are not
some
common.
Private ones are really good. Without, I don't want to mention names. I know a particular one. They're very good.
Okay, Abimbola, it is buying and selling.
It's business. I don't blame them.
Like you and Adebimpe pointed out,
it's what you buy that you will sell.
This does not translate to reduction in the price of PMS. And, you know, as much as you are striving to cope with the rate of inflation in Nigeria, high cost of living, your purchasing power has not increased. So how you ladies are coping, I don't know. And with all the Musumola and Ashabi that we have at the ports, it does not add up for me. Government will need to come up with something very creative.
Are you
you know, Labour is already disturbing government.
Yes.
That government should do something now.
Jibola, I think what will happen is, yes, as much as it might not count for anything in terms of prices, it might count for something that there will be no scarcity.
Okay.
It might count for something that we're not queuing to buy fuel. And I think for me, that's fine.
That's fine.
You cannot be buying exorbitantly.
You
and
cannot
suffer to buy it. No. So so if it's available, it is just you will buy what you can afford.
Exactly.
The day that the fuel will finish on your car, do Oshuka and carry the car.
What
or leave the car and walk.
Why would you even drive it to the point that you want
what really do we? What exactly do we enjoy as an oil-producing nation?
You enjoy your name, Ajibola,
because you are saying Ashabi Musumola, all the Ola is not adding up.
They are adding up to
all is meant to be Ola for the country, but it is not.
They are bursting at the ports and they are discharging fuel.
Okay.
It's just just do you.
By the time we are 100 or 150, we'll have refineries working.
You mean the country or yourself?
The country. We'll have refineries working, and power supply will be steady.
Okay.
Brother.
Your
brother is an orphan now. Makinde is an orphan.
Ooh, he's old enough to be an orphan.
He's the only governor of PDP now.
Oh, in PDP.
Anyways, Adebimpe, let's take your story.
Nigeria's reforms take center stage as Tinubu visits UK. Nigeria's ongoing economic and governance reforms under President Bola Tinubu are driving global confidence in the country and creating new opportunities for trade, investment, and international cooperation. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has said. The minister stated this on Sunday at a World Press Conference in London, United Kingdom, ahead of President Tinubu's official visit at the invitation of King Charles III on Wednesday. The president will depart on Tuesday for the state visit, the first by a Nigerian leader in 37 years. A statement by the special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, on Monday disclosed that the president and the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, will be guests of King Charles III and Queen Camilla at Windsor Castle from March 18 to 19. President Tinubu is also the first Nigerian leader to be hosted by the British monarch at Windsor Castle. The purpose of this visit is to strengthen bilateral relations and explore avenues for collaboration on issues such as immigration, trade, investment, and cultural exchange, Onanuga said in the statement. The visit will feature a state banquet hosted by the royal family in honor of the Nigerian guest and private discussions between the king and the president. Yeah.
All right,
we are visiting King Charles, the first in 37 years. So who was the last president? Was it not Babangida and Mariam? I think so.
Well,
I think it was Babangida and Mariam.
Anyways, Mr. President and his wife are already in the UK. We wish them the very best during this visit. And we look forward to how it will translate to better governance for Nigerians. And, how we know that, Britain is our colonial master and they're not so far from us. But then, the visit we'll hope that, the president would, maybe get one or two tricks, from the king, and perhaps that would translate to better governance for Nigerians. Because if you ask an average Nigerian on the street, that's the question they'll ask you.
Of what benefits?
What does it translate to? But I mean, these are some things that, I mean, you can't wish away. It was an invitation, and of course they had to also take that invitation. So that's it on our news points this morning. Let's move to the X platform this morning and take a look at one of the many trending stories on that platform today. Yesterday evening, when that news broke, and that there had been multiple explosion in Maiduguri, and I think the first one went off at about 7:02, and there were about 3 IEDs that were detonated in Borno, and my heart went again to this fact that I don't want to think we're back to this era where bombing, was the order of the day. And I just looked at it and I said, there's a way these people also just want to give a particular religion some kind of bad name. And, you waited until just after Iftar to strike. What exactly are you trying to insinuate? Sometimes these things happen and you wonder what exactly is going on. And I really don't understand how we got to that place where human lives do not mean anything to other human beings. You are human yourself, and then you do not care whose ox is God when other lives are taken, or when you take other lives in such an inhumane manner. Because I can't imagine somebody dying through a blast. It's just not fair. And as much as you think about these things and you ask your question, to what end? What exactly are you trying to bring forward with these senseless killings?
Yeah.
They are senseless killings, and you can't justify these killings.
Correct. You cannot justify it. It's very senseless killing. I see no reason why you hide under any religion, whether Christianity or Islam, to kill your fellow human being. And I don't know. I just pity those who have lost their loved ones. And as much as our security agencies are trying their best, I feel we still need to up our game in terms of intelligence gathering. Many lives were lost in that particular bombing, like Abimbola mentioned. And, it's a sad moment for us in this country, with a pocket of insecurity here and there. And then, on daily basis, we continue to count the number of lives that we are losing like chickens.
It's quite unfortunate, as Abimbola has said. It's quite calculative. It was during Iftar or just after Iftar, they detonated the bombings. And, the way I'm even looking at it is even broader than that. Why is it now that the president is about to visit, the UK, and this is happening? How will he look?
Like when he's not in the country.
When he's not in the country.
You can't ever get into the minds of these people. You can't ever think the way they think, because I don't think they think like, it's not normal. But then let's just hope that our security agencies will also take full control of, the situation, and then also look at how the areas, especially in Borno, there has to be increased surveillance in that state, because once those people start, and then they're going to start going to other places. So we also need to ensure that, communities are properly monitored. And again, the community leaders are also carried along in cases like this. Somebody will always see something, but are you saying something? The fear of the unknown is also very real. So we do hope that, security agencies will be on top of the situation and ensure that there is no repeat of such. Well, you can go onto the X platform this morning to take a further read on why Borno, Maiduguri is trending. 3 areas were struck in that state yesterday by, suspected Boko Haram militants who detonated IEDs in those places. And of course, the Nigerian military said their target was areas that were densely populated at that particular point in time, meaning that it was a calculated attempt by those who carried out that crime. Right?
Yeah.
What's it? You want to say something?
Yes, I said they were with the intention of carrying out coordinated suicide bombings. So they're still using people
Of course.
to
That's usually how, these things are done. But again, ignorance, Anyway, you can go on the X platform this morning and take a further read on why that state is trending. We'll take a quick break. When the conversation returns, part one of the conversation will be on this side of the table. And this morning, we'll be taking a trip to the National Assembly and, of course, their quest to create the special seats bill. And, of course, this special seats bill is a way to invite or get more women into politics. What's beautiful for me about this special, are going to be additional seats created. But now, there's a proviso. For how many years? I think for 6 years.
6 years.
6 years. Okay. All right. That conversation is after.
Why not forever?
I don't know. So
Can it
that's
be
I said.
permanent?
That's I said.
Why is it?
Why is there a timeline
Exactly.
to this? So if you do it for 6 years, and after the 6 years you
Yes.
get more women to come into politics, are you going to dismantle those seats?
Exactly.
So what's going to happen?
Or
I
you
don't
start
know.
allowing them to struggle for those seats
Yeah,
again.
so we come back to where we were. That conversation is
National
after
Assembly,
this short break.
it is well.